Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's time for an updated review of the Felissimo Tokyo Seeds subscription. So I'm not going to go over what I did in the first review. The first review kind of goes over the basics, how the subscription works, pencils, how long it is, all that. So I will try to remember, keyword try, in the link or in the description below, I'll leave a link to the first review that kind of goes over the basics of what this Felissimo Tokyo Seeds is. So, and then today I'm just kind of going to go over what I've experienced thus far. And then, like I said, every 6 months I'm going to do an updated review because this is a 2-year and a few months commitment. So things definitely change. So I thought it would be good to keep updating you guys as I go along and kind of let you know what's been happening and all that, especially because my first review was based off of like 1 or 2 shipments, so not a lot. But yeah, let's get started. So I know my first review or my initial review had my Happy Winter set in there, but since then I have acquired 7 sets total, so I'm at 7 now, which means I am a year plus out from finishing. So one question I get a lot is the price, and I did go over that in the initial review, pricing, and I'll kind of touch on it a little bit today. So pricing, the cost of the pencils is fixed. However, for any of us in another country that's not using yen, you do need to keep in mind there is always going to be a fluctuation because of currency conversion. Likewise, the shipping is not fixed. So shipping will fluctuate as well. So my price per month is always changing. And I actually wrote them down just to give you guys an idea. So in December, I paid $43.71, while in January I paid $43.79, so it went up. But then in February I paid $43.19, so it went down. And you're probably thinking, oh, okay, so it's on average 43. No, because in March I only paid $39.85. That was a great month. It just dropped for no reason. And then in April, it jumped up to $41.45, and May and June were both in the $41 range. So right now we're ranging from as little as 39 and change to 43 and change. And like I said, currency conversions and shipping are going to fluctuate your price. It will not be fixed. So on average, that's what you're going to pay for the US. Shipping and all that would be different going to any other country. I can't predict those for you. And shipping is different also in the US. I've had a few friends in different states go to do it, and their shipping is way different than mine. So yeah, I can't predict for you guys, but that's what I am paying. Hopefully that helps. All right, so let's talk about the sets I have so far. It seems that they do, no matter when you sign up, start you in the same place. So everyone starts with Happy Winter, and we all go in the same order. Lavella's coloring started before me, and I've been checking, and every time I get one, it's the same number and same set for her when she got it. I have a few other friends who have signed up, and their first shipment was also Happy Winter. So I'm going to say it's pretty safe to say that we all start with Happy Winter and work in the same order, which makes me ask, why on earth do we start with number 181? Does anyone know? This is baffling. Because I did sign up in November. My first one shipped out in December. But I've had friends who literally just signed up like last month and got theirs. So within a 6-month time frame, they're getting the same order, and first shipment is Happy Winter. Who knows, maybe a year from now they'll fluctuate, but I'm just kind of curious, why are we starting at 181? Like, it's just so weird. No reason, but okay. So yeah, I have collected, let's see if I can put them in order. It would have been smart to do before I did this, but who says let's be smart? Okay. And they don't come in numerical order. So like what's crazy is my first set was the Happy Winter, right, with 181. But later I got the morning set where it dropped down to 170. So they're not even coming like in numerical order. But regardless, the order seems to be the same. It's just randomized and weird how they do it, yet it's systematic for the rest of us. Does that make sense? We all receive them the same. All right, so let's go over each set. I do have swatching on my channel, you know, where I kind of go through all the colors. I'm just going to very quickly go through all of them because I don't want to, you know, take forever, especially once we get to 500. So remember, each box set is 10. So here is the forest set. They're all very woodsy colors. I mean, you've got tons of greens, browns, oranges, yellows. This set isn't too shabby. A couple of these greens, though, are really close to one another. I'm going to leave these color cards out, though, to kind of show you guys something once we're done. Right now, I am keeping them in the little cases they come in, but that will probably change once I get more. So here's the Happy Winter set, the first one I got. The colors are like all over the place, but they still work. I actually colored a page with them, so it's possible. I'm not actually just collecting these. I am going to color with them. They're a pretty fun pencil. This is one of my favorite. This is Bliss. I mean, look at those colors. Oh, so pretty. So yeah, I really love these. I did a whole picture in a Johanna Basford book with just these, and I couldn't find it. I can't find it. So I don't know where it is. But I know I did one. They're all pastel, so that was definitely a pastel one. There's supposedly more pastel sets out there. Okay, this is Morning. So these colors are all like bright and cheerful. The pencils are pretty fun colored names. This one is the ultimate bright set, so Tropical. I mean, look at those things. That just, I mean, the colors and the pencils just totally are tropical. Spot on naming. Okay. And then Sophisticated, oops, was kind of like a dreary set. Just very dark, but still elegant. It's just kind of nothing bright here. Like you have a lot of grays and then dark purples and blues. Nothing wrong with that though. It's just, it's kind of like a, you go from tropical to that set. You're like, wow. Go from super happy to just there. And then Grace, this one is just like a bunch of neutral. Could even be kind of like a vintage thing. Very vintage colors, actually, now that I think of it. Okay, so let's see if I can get all these on frame. You'll notice I have these swatch cards, except with my first one, and I'm too lazy, yeah, I said it, to go back and redo it. So maybe I will one day. The reason I'm not is because when I have all 500, I will actually swatch them on a single sheet of paper in color family order. So, and then that's how they'll be stored. These little sheets are just for, you know, each set as it comes in. And someone did ask if I would be willing to share this. So I have created a PDF and I will be releasing a video soon showing you the PDF, where to get it, how to use it, and all that. So yes, I will be giving this out to you guys to use for your Felissimo journey, or if you have a 20 pencil set. I just made these for Felissimo. I did get a request to start making color charts for just all, you know, pencils in general, and I am working on that too, but that's another day, another video. So these are the colors I have so far. It's a pretty good range. I mean, I have, what, 140 pencils already? Isn't that nuts to think about? It's like I have 140 pencils and I'm sitting here like, I don't have any colors. But it's because I keep looking at them in the groups. So I do have an awesome range. I mean, so far Bliss is my favorite. Look at that. It's so pretty. But all of them have been really good. I mean, like I said, I do notice in a few sets I have colors that are just a little too close for comfort, I want to say. Like for example, Forest. These two greens, excuse me, are very close, and then these two like brownish colors are really close as well. Grace is just very hard to see in general. But like, I mean, this whole range here is just all like grays with tinge of blue or green. So I was like, what is going on there? And then these two browns, and then these two like creamish, I don't know, they're almost like an artichoke color. Were very similar. Same with these, but it could be just my eyes. They're just so light that my eyes are seeing them as one. In my morning set, I felt like these yellows here were awfully close, and then these teal-ish colors at the top are really close, but if you look closer, one is slightly more green. It's really hard to tell though, I know. And then like for Sophisticated, these two here are really close. However, when I swatched these, because these are the latest set I got, I did swatch them further on a different piece of paper and made like a bigger swatch, and you could see more the color variation. So like I said, on these teeny swatches, sometimes they look the same. These blues here look awfully similar. In my Happy Winter, that's one set where I actually didn't have anything where I'm like, hey, these are like the same pencil. So that's like the one. Let's see, Bliss. Bliss is okay. I mean, these pinks are really close, so are these lavender colors. They're very close, but they are different when you use them. And then Tropical, yeah, Tropical has the same thing. So like these two purples are really close, but this one's just slightly darker. And then yeah, like these yellows practically blend into one another. So, I mean, it is 500 pencils. I'm kind of curious at the end, once I get all 500, you know, how are these gonna look? But these are the colors I have so far. It's an adorable freaking rainbow out there. I'm having a lot of fun, and like I said, I'm not just collecting these, I am using them. The only reason I'm not using them like crazy is because I'm waiting till I get all of them. I would hate to run out of one. So in the last 6 months, since my first review, I have used these to color in one picture I did was Worlds of Wonder. For some reason, I just wanted to do a rainbow page on this. Of course, I should have waited till June because Pride Month, but, you know, hindsight. So yeah, I did use my Felissimos to color this entire thing. And with all the ranges of, you know, the colors I've had, I used a pencil from every set. So it's not like any set was ignored here. I actually did use every single set. And they're great on this paper. They're smooth and creamy. They blend together nice. I didn't do any crazy blends, but that's because it was a tiny little space to work in. So it wasn't really the pencil, it was just more me. They're mostly just 2 color blends. But yeah, I mean, as you can see, they're all really pretty colors on paper, and they do work well on this smooth cardstock. Okay. And then in Johanna Basford's Magical Jungle, this is the one where I used just the Bliss set because I was freaking in love with it. Where's the card? I think I used every single pencil in the Bliss set. The background is Distress ink, but look at that. No, I didn't use them all because that green's not in there. But yeah, these did awesome on this one as well. I had a ton of fun just playing around. Plus this color palette is just freaking adorable. It's like Easter just all over you. But I don't know. I love it. So yeah, they do work well on Johanna Basford paper. I'll be honest, I have not used them on a toothier paper. I've only used them on these smooth cardstock that come in Johanna Basford books. I have used them on Clara Markova, but hers are pretty smooth too. And that picture I showed in my first review. So, what do I have to update? Aside from the colors, everything is going pretty well with the subscription, except when I moved. So I moved in March, and I had changed my address with Felissimo on their website. I had changed my shipping address, and my March shipment, my April shipment went to the old house. So I reached out to Felissimo and I was like, hey guys, I changed my address and yet you still shipped it to the wrong house. Can we make sure this is corrected? No response. I had sent one a couple weeks later when they had charged me for the May shipment, no response. And then the May shipment again went to the wrong house. So by then I was getting a little flustered. So I had sent a total of 6 messages to Felissimo's customer service before I had to finally get snarky, and that was on the 6th one, because they went ahead and charged me, and I was like, oh great, okay, they're just gonna keep ignoring me, charging me, and shipping it to my old house, and bless my buyer for letting me come and pick those up, but one thing to note is USPS, even when you have mail forwarding on, delivers your Felissimos to your old address, because it should have been forwarded to me, but apparently they don't forward packages. So FYI there, don't rely on mail forwarding either as a backup. So yeah, in my 6th message to Felissimo, I said I was going to start disputing the charge on my PayPal because I was not receiving these. You cannot cancel your Felissimo subscription. Yes, you can pause it. You cannot cancel it. So I was getting flustered because I'm like, dude, this is a 2-year thing. Obviously, people are going to move. Why are you not replying to my 5 nice messages? My 6th one, I said, I'm going to dispute this charge that you just did on my PayPal because you've shipped the last 2 to the wrong address. My address has been updated now it was almost 3 months. And guess what? They replied to that. So I will say I'm really disappointed in that. I had someone comment that if you write them in Japanese, they'll respond in Japanese. Yes, they are a Japanese company. However, I shouldn't have to translate an email if they offer their products to other countries. That's just, in my opinion, that's not really applicable. I can see why they would be quicker, but I shouldn't have to do that. I mean, if you offer to ship it to the US, you have to be able to reply to my English written emails, and at least reply after 3 times. Don't wait till I get to the 6th one and just say I'm going to dispute the charge. Be like, oh, hi there, we're going to fix this for you. So they did say that they would fix it on their end. Apparently it was a system glitch where I changed it in the system, but it didn't transfer over to their shipping system, even though it's supposed to. So they did, say that it was fixed, and I did receive my June shipment to my new house. I have had others who said they moved and changed their address and never encountered an issue, so they are so lucky. I might just have shipping bad luck. I mean, right now I'm literally waiting on something that got lost in the mail. That said, this was definitely an error on their end because it was their system shipping it to the wrong house. So that's just something like food for thought on that. But like I said, I've had several subs and friends who have moved and have had no issue like I have. So I just am a lucky one. I don't know. I should really try for the lottery if I have those odds. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. That could possibly happen. Not saying it will. Just something to consider. Now, in the long run, because they do have these 500 Felissimos on Amazon. I think it's like 1,300 something right now. It's outrageous. That said, I would probably end up paying close to that anyways if you think about it, because I'm paying anywhere from $39 to $43 a month. and shipping costs for me is going to keep rising. So if you don't like variables, or you like really want a fixed budget, like a fluctuation of $5 to $10 over the course of 2 years, I say $10 because I bet you by the end of this 2 years it will have fluctuated that high. If that kind of, makes you weary, then you're better off buying the whole set outright. It is one heck of a thing to swallow. And the other thing is, I can't really tell you if I think it's worth it. These are, to me, a collector's item. They are fun, it's kind of quirky, they're unique, but they are a good pencil too, so I don't want you to think they're not. Sorry about that, guys. Mid-review, my dog escaped and was found by a neighbor. But anyway, yeah, I can't really tell you. You would have to decide for yourself whether it's worth $1,300. It is 500 pencils, so you have to keep that in mind too. Like if you're comparing the price of, the 100 Lumis, which are like high 200s, and that's 100 pencils, it would creep up into that price range if you were to have 500 Lumis. Now, are these the quality of Illuminance? No. But that's because you're paying for the novelty and the shipping and all of that factored in. You can get these cheaper if you are in Japan too, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I mean, they are soft, they are a creamy pencil. I wouldn't say they're as soft as a Prismacolor. They're not as hard as a Polly's. They're kind of in between the two, to be honest, but they do blend together beautifully. They lay down great. So they are a good pencil. It's not like you're just buying a collector's item that's meant to sit on a wall. Like, these things are meant to be colored with, and they're fun to color with. But yeah, this is my progress so far in this subscription. So I am 7 months in, many months to go. But I am enjoying collecting these sets. Like I said, I've had just that one hiccup with the shipping, but each month I look forward to getting them. I can't wait to see what set comes in June. Well, I already know what's coming in June because I can just watch on Lavella's channel and be like, that's next. But I can't wait to swatch them because, it's one thing to see it on camera, it's another to swatch them. So yeah, if you have questions about the Felissimo, definitely let me know in the comments below. For those of you who I've already enabled to purchase these, I've had a few of you message me and that you pulled the trigger. I really do hope you enjoy these. It's kind of a fun thing, and one reason I never bought them outright was I wanted the fun of getting 20 pencils in the mail every month. So I wanted to enjoy the whole subscription experience instead of just the whole 500 dropped in my lap. And this is really testing because I have zero patience, so it's amazing that I did that route because I normally would be the one buying that 500 off Amazon, but I was like, no, this is part of the experience, I want to do it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, concerns, comments, what have you about the Felissimos. Like I said, I plan to use them more. I'm just waiting till I get more. You can get them open stock, and while your subscription is active is the best time. So if there's a favorite pencil you have, email them. They will actually add that. I mean, you'll be charged, but they'll add it into your subscription box to save you on shipping. Because once the subscription ends, that's when you'll have to email them and pay the shipping for the open stock pencils, and it will suck. Whereas this way you're not paying shipping, you're just paying for the pencil and it's included in your box subscription. So that's one thing also to keep in mind. But I can't wait to get all 500. I have a very, very long way to go. I'm only at 140, and isn't this crazy how small this stack is, and that's 140 pencils? It's really deceiving. But I hope you guys enjoyed this quick update. Like I said, this is not the in-depth review. Please check out the first one for all of the details. These will just be from here on out updates of my experiences, how much I've collected so far, showing them all side by side as the collection gets bigger, just so you can see how it grows over time and decide if you want to do this or just watch it for fun. So thank you guys for hanging out with me, chatting about Felissimos, and until next time, take care.